We're the Bloomington South cheerleaders!
Very nicely done, and they're pumped. You guys ready tonight? Yeah. Bloomington South had a great season. They got Terre Haute South tonight in this Week 13 of Friday Football Frenzy, and it starts
now!
Get ready. It's time for the action-packed excitement of Indiana High School football.
We're going to still run the ball.
From the Indy Channel, RTV6 Sports presents Friday Football Frenzy.
Yeah, and we're just warming up tonight. No, literally, we're just warming up tonight. Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Friday Football Frenzy. Great to have you on board. We got a ton of highlights coming your way. Regional titles on the line for classes 1A through 5A. And for 6A, it's semi-state time. The winners advance to the state finals 2 weeks from tonight. Brad Brown is here with a look at Ben Davis and Center Grove as he literally kicks off our Friday night coverage. Brad.
Yeah, Dave, I am still cold. I need soup tonight to thaw out. Yeah, BD, one of Indiana's true football powers, 7 state titles, 9 times to the finals. The Giants have not been to the big game, though, since 2002. Their last semi-state was 6 years ago. They lost to Center Grove, so a rematch with CG on many levels tonight. BD won the regular season matchup 28-zip. That was way back in week 4, though. CG coach Eric Moore, even he was cold. Giants make the first big play of the game. Chris Evans on the run. He broke a couple tackles way back, and then he took off. 69 yards later, it was a touchdown, and BD had the early 7-0 edge. But the Trojans' running game was tough to tame tonight. Kelvin Daggett up the middle, no one's taking him down. CG even it up there. They started running wild. Game went back and forth all night. Later on, still the first quarter, Evans would score here for BD, but they fell behind by 17 points. But look at the Giants. They call them the Cardiac Kids, and this is why. Final score at the end goes to BD, 49-45. Evans scored the game winner with 1:46 to go as BD earns their spot in the 6A finals. As for Carmel, they get it done again. Toughest game of the season for the Greyhounds. They hold off Penn by a point. Isaac James and Shakir Pascal had long TD runs for Carmel. The Kingsmen missed a PAT with 4 minutes to go. Turned out to be the difference. So here we go, the first state finals pairing we can show you. It will be Class 6A between Carmel and Ben Davis. That game will be on Friday night of Thanksgiving weekend at 7:05 at Lucas Oil Stadium. They'll play the 2A, 4A, and 6A games that night. 1A, 3A, and 5A will go on Saturday. And here's a look at that matchup. 13-0 against 11-2 should be a good one. Let's take you to our first regional tonight. Class 3A, Tri-West hosting Guerin Catholic. Moving on, cold one up there as well. Of course it was. Guerin on the board in the lead second quarter. Matt Labus airs it out. Watch the great catch by Brian Matthews, the stretch and the score. They go for point there, but Tri-West had some big plays to make as well. It's Jake Hendershot at QB for the Bruins. He's going to get it down the field. Wesley Cook makes the catch, makes a move, and there he goes. 52 yards it's going to be for that score. And look at Tri-West. They get it done again. A win over Rebuff, now a win over Guerin, 23-15 as they get it done. Bruins on to semi-state. They'll play at Heritage Hills next week. As for 6A, Carmel beat Ben Davis 37-14. That was back in week 7. But the way BD's going right now, Dave, that game will be a complete toss-up in 2 weeks.
Another MIC rematch in the playoffs. Thanks, Brad. Cathedral, of course, all class all the time, right? Last year they got bumped up to 5A, and tonight a win would bump up to 6A next year. First things first, though, Dave Marin has their game with Whiteland tonight, plus the 4A Regional. Roncalli hosting New Pal.
The Irish hosting Whiteland and wasting no time marching down the field. Caleb Cross would find the end zone quickly. 7-0 Cathedral lead. More of the same in the second quarter. Max Bortenschlager play action fake finds James Schultz. He takes it in for the score. It wasn't all offense for the Irish. Watch Matthew Mitch break through for the tackle and some lost yardage. The Irish would clinch a semi-state berth and will also head to the 6A next year. They beat Whiteland 48-14. We head over to Roncalli. The Rebels playing New Pal. Trailing, they came out the second half with 2 key fourth down plays. First, they pick up the yardage off a late hit. Then a questionable pass interference call moves the ball. Finally, Nick Bailey takes it into the end zone. He cuts New Pal's lead to 10, 23-13. But the Dragons would fight right back. James Young, 52 yards for the touchdown. In the fourth, he does it again. This time, just a 33-yard sprint. Young on the night, 192 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. New Pal beats Roncalli for the first time ever, 44-13. Dave Marin, Friday Football Frenzy.
All right, how about that, Dave? Thanks. Another score from 5A tonight. Fort Wayne Snyder comes down to Westfield, knocks off the Shamrocks 32-24. So the Rocks season ends at 7-5. Bloomington South feeling the Mo this season. Mo Moriarty, and has South pointing in the right direction, doesn't he? Plus, 4A number 1 Columbus East. It's our Southern Swing tonight, week 13 of our Friday Football Frenzy. Flylights.
We head south for a battle of Souths. Our first stop in Bloomington.
And this game, long overdue for Bloomington South. They're going for their first regional championship in 15 years. But tonight they get Terre Haute South. A rematch of a game played earlier this season. South won that one 53-35.
And the Panthers are ready to shake it up. A tremendous turnaround with plenty of senior leadership led by the legendary Mo Moriarty. 5th in wins among active coaches, looking for his 3rd state championship. And his offense, well-grounded. Senior running back Richard Williams with a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 5. Then 4 plays later, it's Williams with the 1-yard score. Panthers up 7-0. But the Braves don't back down. Terre Haute junior Dante Johnson with a 4-yard score. The regional championship is all tied up.
You know it's cold when the water starts freezing. No, seriously, the water in the water bottle is frozen, so they're using the heaters to kind of melt things. How's it working so far?
It's working pretty good. It takes a little bit, though.
Absolutely. And how about this? Not only do we have a heater facing the team, we've also got a heater facing the cheerleaders. These guys will definitely cheer for that, right?
Yeah, let's go!
Big play here on 4th and 1. South quarterback Bryce Stancombe with the slant to Keenan Franz. The Panthers advance 36-22. To Columbus East as the 4A number 1 Olympians host 5th-ranked Evansville Rights, and it takes a while to get East going before Markel Jones scores from 20 yards out.
So Columbus East only up 7-0 at this point, and they are steamed. No, I mean, they're really steamed. Look at it. You can see it coming out the tops of their heads, and especially Markel Jones, who's ready for more.
Olympians fan Jonesin for more. This is Markel from 16 yards out, then Markel from 11 yards out, and so on, and so on. The Purdue recruit with 6 touchdowns in the first half and breaks the state's single-season rushing record in the process. As East wraps up a cold night, their 10th straight playoff win and 4th straight regional championship. As we wrap up Week 13 of Friday Football Frenzy. Flylights.
42-14 the final tonight in Columbus. One more regional tonight. LaPel hosting 2A number 1 Lafayette Central Catholic. Big play early for the Bulldogs. Joe Hart. Oh, and they got this team beaten right now. Joe Hart, 63 yards. LCC, though, too strong tonight. Jackson Anthrop will come up with the score. If that name Anthrop sounds familiar. Yeah, big brother Danny plays for Purdue. Knights get the win. 54-12. Stay in 2A. And how about Monrovia? The Bulldogs advancing to semi-state. They won at Shenandoah 24-14. The Bulldogs' first regional title in 5 years. And in 1A tonight, Lutheran hangs on the road 21-19. 10th win of the season for Lutheran.